Types of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be divided in various types. There are mainly two types of main categorization, which are based on capabilities and based on functionality of AI. Following is flow diagram which explains the types of AI. So here you can see in AI you are having type 1 and type 2. Normally type 1 you have to explain. So in type 1 you are having three types: narrow AI, general AI and strong AI. In type 2 you are having reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, self-awareness. Clear? Now, AI type 1 based on capabilities, weak AI or narrow AI. Narrow AI is a type of AI which is able to perform a dedicated task with intelligence. The most common and currently available AI is narrow AI in the world of artificial intelligence. Narrow AI cannot perform beyond its field or limitations as it is only trained for one specific task. Hence, it is also termed as weak AI. Narrow AI can fail in unpredictable ways if it goes beyond its limit. Apple series is a good example of narrow AI, but it operates with a limited predefined range of functions. IBM's Watson supercomputer also comes under narrow AI as it uses an expert system approach combined with machine learning and natural language processing. So in exam you can be asked what are the different types of AI. So you will write about these types. Then they can ask you explain the first type, that is type 1, weak AI or narrow AI. Now examples, if they ask you of weak AI or narrow AI, you can write these examples. Some examples of narrow AI are playing chess, purchasing suggestions on e-commerce site, self-driving car, speech recognition and image recognition. So already many of you have played chess in mobile or in computer, so we are using their narrow AI. Then we are using this game software, self-driving cars, speech recognition, image recognition. All you might have seen that when you are uploading a group photograph of your class, then in social media, then by default it will identify the faces if they are in your friends group, and it will ask you to tag the pics. So that is image recognition. Now next is in Facebook and all we are using it. Next is your general AI. General AI is a type of intelligence which could perform any intellectual task with efficiency like a human. The idea behind the general AI to make such a system which could be smarter and think like a human by its own. Currently, there is no such system exists which could come under general AI and can perform any task as perfect as a human being. The worldwide researchers are now focused on developing machines with general AI. As systems with general AI are still under research, and it will take lots of efforts and time to develop such systems. So we are on this process, but it is very difficult because human being is so much talented. Human brain not only means there is no single field which the brain, if they are trained to, suppose you are training your brain to understand any language, it can be your Hindi, English, Chinese, any language, then any field, any skill, automatically you will see from childhood the child brain is so much smarter that whatever he or she visualizes, the brain learns it, and the next step he will just copy it, he will just try to do it. So a computer to design, a robot you want to design just behaving like a human being, it is very difficult. So the process is going on, but ethic also is to be followed. It should not be that the robot or the computer non-ethical work is not to be done. So ethics we have to follow. Next is your super AI. Super AI is the level of intelligence of systems at which machines could surpass human intelligence and can perform any task better than human with cognitive properties. It is an outcome of general AI. Some key characteristics of strong AI include capability in the ability to think, to reason, solve the puzzle, make judgments, plan, learn, and communicate by its own. Super AI is still a hypothetical concept of AI. Development of such systems in real is still world changing task. So these are in process. Only the narrow or the weak AI we are using in our mobiles, or maybe your Alexa, your Google Home, your Siri, all these we are using, as well as in your mobile also. While chatting, you might have seen it is helping you with the words, the next word of a sentence, or in Facebook it is identifying the faces of your friends, image recognition. So all this is a weak AI, and the other two is in process. So narrow AI, it is we are already using it in our day-to-day task to ease our life, as well as to means in that we have to follow the rules and regulations also. Next is your general AI, that is like human being, and super AI will be intelligent more than the human being. Next, artificial intelligence type 2 based on functionality. Reactive machines. Purely reactive machines are the most basic types of artificial intelligence. Such AI systems do not store memories or past experiences for future actions. These machines only focus on current scenarios and react on it as per possible best action. IBM's Deep Blue system is an example of reactive machines. Google AlphaGo is also an example of reactive machines. In your question paper, normally the examples are asked. So try to write the examples, and easy examples of AI will be asked, so that already you know Alexa, then Sophia robot, then your Siri or Google Home. All these are examples. Now here what you can see, that normally in mobile we have seen that our past, whatever we are doing, whatever we are typing, it is saving and using for the future task. But here what it is doing, it is not storing memories and or past experience for future action. It is not using the past experience for future action. They are having in them what to do, and they are reacting as per the instructions stored in it. Next is limited memory. Limited memory machines can store past experiences or some data for a short period of time. These machines can use stored data for a limited time period only. Self-driving cars are one of the best examples of limited memory systems. These cars can store recent speed of nearby cars, the distance of other cars, speed limit, and other information to navigate the road. So this already self-driving cars are already used in many countries. In India, they started experimenting, but here actually the others should follow all the rules and regulations. Then only the self-driving car in Indian road is possible. So, but outside India, in many countries, they have already started using it, and the already the instructions, as per the instructions. So here you can see distance of other cars, speed limit, so all these things, and the navigation, the road map is with them. They will follow the road map and reach the destination. Next, theory of mind. Theory of mind AI should understand the human emotions, people, beliefs, and be able to interact socially like humans. This type of AI machines are still not developed, but researchers are making lots of efforts and improvement for developing such AI machines. So, human like brain or human like mind, how humans think. So, this is in process. They are trying to develop it. Maybe one day you will be the developers. Okay. Next is self-awareness. Self-awareness AI is the future of AI. These machines will be super intelligent and will have their own consciousness, sentiments, and self-awareness. These machines will be smarter than human mind. Self-awareness, AI, does not exist in reality still. It is a hypothetical concept. Mostly you will find that AI, 90% is hypothetical. They have planned to design all these things, and we have started using, yes, in smart homes, smart cities, we are connecting with the internet, we are operating the devices using a mobile, using a program, using an app. So the week one we have already started to implement. In many places we are using it. So this is the types of AI as it is in question paper of AI or emerging trends. Already you have seen what is AI, what are the different types of AI. So I will discuss the question papers.